Hello everyone, this is Lingolab 3.0. My name is Mike, and in this video we would like to talk about count and non-count nouns. Let's get started. Well, if we start by defining nouns in English, a wide definition would be that a noun is a word that is used to identify people, places, or things. All right. Nouns can be classified as count nouns or non-count nouns. So let's start with this side here. Count nouns are the ones that we can count. As you see here, the little illustration, we can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 100, or 1 million of that thing. Example, 1 chair, 3 chairs. 1 book, 10 books. 1 student, 30 students. Notice here that count nouns have singular and plural forms. Okay, you can clearly see it here. 1 chair is a singular form, and then 3 chairs is plural. Okay, so they do have singular and plural forms. Let's move here to the non-count nouns, and I would say that the non-count nouns are clearly the opposite of the count nouns, because they are the ones that we cannot count. They are the ones we cannot count. Example, milk, rice, safety, money, air, and so forth. Notice that when talking here about non-count nouns, they do not have a plural form, and usually they cannot have a or an or a number before them. You know, a or an are the indefinite articles that we put, for example, a chair, but I cannot say a milk or a rice. Okay, so just pretty much that's it about the non-count and count nouns. So let's see what else we have here. Great. When it comes to ask questions about those nouns, we have 2 collocations or expressions that we use: how many and how much. How many is used with count nouns, as you may assume. Count nouns, how many, and how much is used for non-count nouns. Example, how many fingers are there in one hand? How many? How many fingers? Fingers in plural, how many? Oh, there are 5 fingers in one hand. There are 5 fingers in one hand. How much? Questions with how much. How much money do you have for your trip? How much money? Non-count. I have some money for my trip, or I have a lot of money, some may say. Questions with count and non-count nouns. Next, we have some and any. So I would say here we use some in affirmative statements, and it can be used with count or non-count nouns. Okay, example, there is some cheese in the refrigerator. Cheese being non-count noun, I can still use some with it. Okay, so I have there is some cheese in the refrigerator. There are some books on the table. There are some books on the table. So we have some used with affirmative statements. Let's move to any. As you can see here in my illustration, we use any with questions and negative answer. There is a question. If the answer is affirmative, I will use some. However, if the answer is negative, then I will be using any. Example, is there any cheese in the refrigerator? there is not any cheese in the refrigerator, or there isn't any cheese in the refrigerator. So this answer here is negative. I use any. Because this is a question, I use any. Let's see what else we have. Right, our last slide here is about partitives. And what are partitives? They are mainly phrases, all right, that we use to quantify. All right, we use to quantify mainly non-count nouns. Remember, we said nouns like juice, water, cheese, coffee, rice are non-count nouns, so we cannot count them. We cannot put a number before them. Okay, though we have to use partitives to quantify them, to say the amount or the quantity of those that we have or we need. So there are a lot. There is a very long list of quantitative. We have a piece of, we have a bottle of, a cup of, a glass of, a pound, etc. So in this case, for example, if I have juice or water and I would like to quantify them, I would say a bottle of water, or it can be two bottles of water. A cup, I may have a cup of coffee, which is one, or maybe 2 cups, perhaps 2 people. A glass of water, or 4, 5 glasses of water. All right, so mainly partitives are used to quantify non-count nouns. Our last example here is a pound. I may have a pound of rice, a pound of sugar, and so forth. All right, so that was pretty much it for our lesson today. I hope this video was useful, and if you think so, make sure you subscribe for more content like this. And I'll see you the next one. Bye bye.